Welcome to Julie the Thrifty Designer. Today, I have taken an old Christmas tree and turned it into something a little more special than just a basic Christmas tree. I transformed an old one that was in my yard that was into something a whole lot nicer to look at. It's really quite an improvement. And then I decorated it for Thanksgiving. So stay tuned and see what this is going to be all about. Hey guys, I'm not actually starting to decorate for Christmas, but I am starting to get something prepared. I found an old tree in my backyard that I was going to use just to put in the backyard. And it's about a 7-foot tree, 7.5, something like that. And it's one of those old-fashioned style that you have to assemble piece by piece. It's not the convenient umbrella style, and it's not pre-lit. But what I wanted to show you was I want it to be what they call the asymmetrical Christmas trees. Something real old-fashioned looking, like you went to the woods and cut one down that has a neat shape, but it's kind of sparse and not so thick and full. For this year's Christmas theme is going to be quite a bit different from anything I've ever done. So I'm decided I'm going to put this tree together and start trying to figure out how I can make it look the way I want it to. And I'm going to insert a picture from an advertisement of what I want the tree to be shaped like. Don't have to look at the ornaments that's on it, just look at the shape of it. But when you see the picture, you'll see what I'm hoping to achieve. We'll see if I can do it. Let's give it a try. Well, guys, I got so busy doing this, I forgot to film the steps of what I was doing. I am so sorry. So anyway, I got the tree together, and oh my goodness, I forgot how hard work it is to put a tree together, where you have to push it into the branches. You know, they're individually, you have to hook them in. I'd forgotten all about how much work that really is. So anyway, when I put it together, of course, it's a really thick, full tree. And what I ended up doing was going through and pulling out a bunch of the individual things to thin it out. Oh, it's so dark in here. I'm sorry about my lighting. It's just gotten so dark. And maybe that'll help. I turned on, probably have the dust bunnies flying now because I'm messing with a dusty tree, and it's got a lot of dust flying in the air. But anyway, now it looks really sparse, at least a lot more sparse. Anyway, I don't know that I've accomplished making this tree look like the one in the picture I've shown you, and I'll show it again just as a reference, but it's a little bit closer anyway. And so at the top, I don't know if you remember at the beginning, I didn't have it fluffed, but boy, was it thick. And I took my wire cutters, just these trusty wire cutters. And oh boy, it made my hands hurt. But this is what I cut out of that tree top. This is an old tree. I really don't care anything about it. And so for the look I'm wanting to do this year, I figure, why not? Let's play with it. Maybe I'll create a tree I really do like. So it thinned it out a lot. And this year's theme for Christmas is going to be just old-fashioned style, like homemade ornaments and some fun things, which I'll be showing you later. But for now, I am not taking this tree apart. I'm gonna put lights on it, and I'm gonna put what fall decorations I can find on it. It'll be sparse on the fall decorations, but it won't look like a Christmas tree as much, I hope. So anyway, what I'm gonna try to find, and I don't know what it's gonna be yet, I haven't decided, but you can see this pole and where those things plug into. I want to try to camouflage that. So I'm going to see if I can find something brownish in color that maybe I can just wrap, you know, just kind of twist around the pole, as you know, from starting from up here down, to kind of give it a different kind of bark look, maybe. See if I can get creative. Don't think I'm going to do that on this video unless I want to postpone this and go shopping tomorrow. But for right now, I just wanted to show you where I took an old Christmas tree and I've just taken parts of it out. And oh yeah, by the way, you can see how it's a drastic. I took some of them from down low and put up higher so that the tree itself is not perfectly shaped. I didn't want it perfectly shaped. Out in the woods, I wanted it to look like we went out and just cut a tree. And it's not perfectly shaped, and yet it's a nice, still decent shape. So that's what I was trying to do, is create the look and the feel of an asymmetrical tree the way it would be more growing in nature. I don't know, it's sort of there anyway. Well, we'll see in time what we all think of it. And I'm going to tweak it for the next few days, so it'll probably change in looks quite a bit. Alright guys, I'm going to show you what I have done. I've tried to point the bristles upward, and I have flattened them out. And I ended up doing every other. So I have one here, not one here, and I have one here, and I've done not one, you know, all the way around. So I've done every other in there to thin it out because it was just too thick for what I'm wanting it to look like this year. So, and I've taken out a few more, and this is what the tree, I think, has taken on the look. But now we're gonna fix that. You can see all of this, and I'll show you what I'm gonna do. Okay guys, I went into Hobby Lobby's looking to just find something I can do for that pole. I don't want to spray paint it because I don't want to take the tree apart. And if I spray paint it with it there, then it might spray the branches in it, and then I won't be able to take it apart. So I thought, what else can I do? So I went and spent too much money. But for something I'm going to use for a couple more weeks, you know. But they had all their fall accessories on sale, 75% off. So I bought a couple of rolls of this burlap, and I figure I'll wrap that around it. Then in their Christmas stuff at 50% off, they had this. And I thought, this over the burlap may give it a wood-looking texture. So we're going to play with that. But I mean, meanwhile, look at these guys. How adorable. And I am going to make it a woodland little scene on the tree. But they also had these cute turkeys. They were only 50% off. But I'm going to put them on the tree, thinking how adorable. Then I got some berries I'm going to put on the tree. And I have these. I mean, these were down to $1. You can't beat that. And then here is something I had to get. Gobble gobble turkey here. He's supposed to light up. I didn't test him to see if he does or not. But I thought, well, he's going to be at the top of my little Christmas tree we're working on. Yes, I'm going to decorate my Christmas tree as a Thanksgiving tree. So he's my topper. So we're going to have to play around and see what all we're going to do. I'll show you this stuff as I put them on the tree instead of showing you all sitting here like this. Well, now what I have done was just wrapped where I don't have any branches coming out, really snug and tight with the burlap. Here's the burlap. This is what I have. I'm going to continue on down really snug. But I just went around and around as tight as I can get it, close to the pole, so that hopefully when it gets all done, it will take on the appearance of the trunk of the Christmas tree instead of just a raw metal pole. That's my goal. We'll see if it'll actually look like it when I get done, but we're gonna try and see. But there's my first step. Let's see how it looks when I get more further done. What I did here was end it right in here and tucked it back up on itself because I don't want it to be where I can't take the tree apart. So then I'm going to start at this point coming down into there, and then I will stop where the middle section connects with the bottom, and that way it can be taken apart and all of this can remain on this tree permanently. Right now I'm going for, I guess, a very rustic feel. But I'm trying to make it look like a real tree that we had gone out in the woods and cut that is not perfect. I'm doing what I can with what I have. Like I said, this was a Christmas tree I had in my backyard. And so I just brought it in because I don't have one right now. All of it is packed away in a pod several miles away. And all my trees are at the back of the pod to begin with. So I have to make do with what I've got this year. And so I am truly grateful to the Lord that He has managed to have a tree for me to use. And that I can try to make it look more real. And I think it's gonna be okay. We'll see how it really turns out when I get done. So let's keep going. All right, I've got the burlap on here. I have to tell you, boy, what a pain that was to put in there. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the tree branches out and keep it intact. Oh well, it is what it is. But so far it's taken on at least the color of a tree. I have wrapped my first up here in the upper part of the tree with this, I don't know, what do you call this? Kind of a mesh type of thing. I don't know what it is. It's just something that they had in Hobby Lobby in the Christmas section. It's a ribbon, and it's just a rustic ribbon. But I put it on top of the burlap, and it now gives it kind of a tree trunk texture, more than just a burlap. This stuff is a lot easier to use on the tree than the burlap was because it kind of self-sticks. You know, it kind of has something that causes it to stay into place. I don't know if you can tell, but I think it has a little more of a tree look going up the center. I don't know why they don't make the fake trees that they make look so real. Why can't they make the branch up the pole up the middle look more like a real tree branch or a tree trunk, you know? I think it would look so much nicer. So we'll see what we can get from here. Well, what do you guys think? It's just a cheap Christmas tree. In fact, you could probably go to the thrift store and find one for under $50 that is this style tree. And just kind of take it apart and use it. But I think when you look at it from a distance, the center pole now at least takes on a little bit of a tree trunk. I don't know, what do you think? Sorry about the lighting. It's starting to get late, number one. And number two, it's been a cloudy day all day long. But does that starting to look like a real tree? I think it looks pretty good. So why not? I like it. It's kind of cool. Let's see what else we can do with it. So I decided to light up the Christmas tree. And I have forgotten how spoiled I am with pre-lit Christmas trees. I've gotten this far and I'm like, oh my gosh, am I tired. I have got to sit down and rest before I continue. But I thought I'd show it to you lit up a little bit. I think it looks kind of cool. Look at this. And look in there. I think it really does take on a real tree trunk going up the center of the tree. At least I hope it does. I think it kind of does. Even in person it does. It's not bad looking. It gives it that real feel. I like it. It's kind of cool. Yeah, I thought I would share with you how I actually light a Christmas tree. Yes, in this case, because I'm not going to be able to hold all the lights on this tree and put it away with them on. I'll have to take them off. So I have kind of just wound them around. But what I normally do is I start from the back and bring it out to the end and go back, and then out to the end and then back. And I'm still trying to do that to some degree. That way the lights are not all totally out here. Like I didn't do very good right here. And that's because it was ending and I needed to go down. That's what it is. But I try to make it so in the middle of the tree, there's also lights when I'm doing mine. So it's not just round and round and round or up and down as I've seen some do. I try to go in, out, to the best that I can. But this tree, I'm just out of practice. But I think it's looking pretty good. It's got the misshaped, see this branch I made stick out a little bit further than the one below it, because I'm trying to achieve the asymmetrical, realistic looking tree for this year. I think it's already starting to look pretty good. But boy, is this a lot of work. Okay guys, I got it all lit up. It really looks pretty. Now tomorrow, I'm going to decorate the tree because frankly, I'm tired tonight. So we'll decorate tomorrow and then hopefully I'll get it all uploaded and you'll see it on Wednesday. I hope it will work that way. So, doesn't it look pretty neat here at the dark? I don't know if you can see the center where it looks like the tree trunk is much. But I like it. But like I said, I'm not decorating it for Christmas yet. I'm decorating it for Thanksgiving. Then when Thanksgiving's over, all I have to do is take off the Thanksgiving ornaments and I have my Christmas tree up. Won't that be nice? Well, isn't that a cute decorated tree? Boy, I wish it could go really as fast as you just saw it. Anyway, I'm going to now take the camera off the tripod and we're going to go over and we're going to check it all out close up so you can see details. Here's a close-up. I had a wreath that I got from the thrift store, and on it, it had these leaves, the turkey that I have above the kitchen cabinets, and this bow. So I just took it apart, and it has served me so much more than what the wreath actually would have done. And there is a Hobby Lobby turkey. I think it's for placemat or place settings. Put their person's name on it or something you're thankful for or whatever. And they were only 50% off because they're table settings, but that's right. I thought, oh, how cute is he? Adorable. So at the top of the tree, I just tied the bow and put a turkey. Then they had all these picks at 75% off of the berry look. And then these bright orange and yellow bush of leaves I got from Walmart, and they were $3 a bush. And there's 4 on the tree total. I just spread them out. And I love fall most of all. Cutting board, it's just like really quite cute. And I got that at Hobby Lobby for the 75% off. And then this cute adorable bird for 75% off. And then they had a packet of these little corns and they were 75% off. So I've just took wire and I hung them on the tree. And then they have their cute little fox and all of these grapevine, I guess, pumpkins. They were clearance down to $1. I think he was like $2 or something like that, the little critters. And I put this cute little squirrel, isn't he cute? He was also cheap. And then I showed you this cutout turkey that's lit up. And I think he looks really cool. And in front of him, I just have some of the berries. And from Walmart, I found a couple of these beautiful pumpkin picks. Found a few of them anyway. So I finally found some stuff, but boy, I had slim pickings. And then the bittersweet I took from the fireplace. I figured it'll do more good on here than it really was doing on the fireplace. And so I just had another pumpkin laying around, and I just used it, and more of those pumpkins that's made out of the grapevine or whatever it's made out of, the wood looking ones. And then I had this cute Happy Harvest and another one of those turkeys. It's just so cute. You know, I think the light is shining down. I think I need to change the lighting around so he's lit up a little bit more. And then Mr. Raccoon. I think he's just so cute. And I just set him on the tree. And more of those those leaves from Walmart. And then in here I have this beautiful sign, Thankful and Blessed. And again, I just put a pumpkin picks around in front of it and the beautiful berries. And just put all these pretty things on the tree. And then over here, it says Welcome Autumn. And more of these, just these pretty, from that wreath. And another turkey. So this is how I decorated my Thanksgiving tree. Truthfully, I've never done a Thanksgiving tree before like this, because I'm usually hosting Thanksgiving and I need all the room I can get for people to come over and have tables set up at so they can sit down. And the tree would really actually be in the way. But this year, because I wanted to make this tree look more real and everything, I just decided to pull it out and work on it. So decorating this tree has been a 3-day project for me. But if you look deep in there, you can see my meshy stuff I put down the pole. And it just kind of helps make it, when you look deep in the tree, it just makes it feel, I believe, more realistic. So I hope you've enjoyed this, showing you how I have decorated a Christmas tree for Thanksgiving, and how I made just a plain simple tree, which I'm sorry I didn't get a before picture of it completely put together before I started shaping it the way I wanted it to. But I took just a basic Christmas tree, an old one that you can find probably a dime a dozen at the thrift stores, where they're not the best quality, but made it look so much richer and much more to it now. I think it just looks pretty cute, and it was fun to do. I mean, just your guests come in, if you have room to put one up for Thanksgiving, instead of decorating it for Christmas right now, decorate it for Thanksgiving. Let your house have a Thanksgiving feel. Oh, I gotta change a light over there on the mantle. But isn't that just kind of a nice feel? You guys got real life. There's my step stool I was using. But isn't that a very pretty, lovely Thanksgiving autumn feel? I love it. Well, I just want to thank all of you for watching my program, and I hope you have been inspired to keep Thanksgiving special in your homes. So I'm just going to say to all of you, thank you so much for watching. You take care, and God bless, and happy decorating, and happy Thanksgiving. Keep a joy in your heart and a prayer on your lips.